Hi Aries, and welcome to Taurus season. Before I begin, I want to first apologize for my absence. I was on vacation, so what I have decided to do, because I missed the past couple of days, was to start your reading from April 20th, which is today, to the 26th, okay, to make up for the time. Alright, Aries. Also, for those who are new to my channel, this is called the Crux Ansata spread, where I shuffle 10 times and it gives me an overview of what you have going on for the week. The deck that I am using is called the Tarot of the Orishas. Okay, so it's like an African tarot deck. It has to do with the religions of the Yoruba tribe of Nigeria. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the front, and this is what it looks like on the back. Okay, so my Facebook page also gives more information as to what more information as to what these cards mean. Okay. Alright, so Aries, in your first position you have the 5 of air here. This could be some sadness. Okay, so it's like the 5 of cups in the Rider-Waite deck, if you guys know that deck. I use that one too, but I've been using this one more often. Okay, this has to do with some kind of grief and some kind of sadness going on here. If not that, I do feel like this can even have to do with some kind of like backstabbing and manipulation. So there's some kind of situation whereas you feel backstabbed by someone. It could be an air sign, and that's where there's some sadness associated with this card. Okay, and with this, I feel like you are trying to figure out why someone left. What happened to someone. So there's some kind of energy as to like what is going on. So you feel lost right now is what it feels like. This is also a mental card, so it's like you're definitely lost feeling. In terms of your emotional stuff, I pick up emotional energy with this card as well. So there's some kind of like emotional detriment that's going on for you, and confusion. Okay, someone could have passed like, you know, recently, and that's why it's causing this kind of energy. There's some kind of confusion going on here as to like what happened to the person, etc. Okay, and with this, I do feel like there's some kind of issue in terms of communicating with someone. It could be an air sign where like you're trying to get in touch with them and they cut their phone off, or their phone isn't working, so you like lose signal. Some kind of craziness going on with that. Okay, it feels like there's some kind of sadness associated with trying to contact an air sign. If not an air sign, it could be anyone. But there's some kind of sadness with this communication. And it's like someone's phone just goes dead, is what it feels like. But there's like a sadness with this communication. Okay. In your second position, you have what you're waiting on. You have the 8 of air here. The 8 of air is all about, this is almost like not feeling good physically. This could even be like mentally as well, feeling mentally trapped. I feel like you're waiting to heal. So whereas you did have communication that kind of cut off out of nowhere, someone could have cut you off emotionally, and that's why you feel this way. Okay, or you feel cut off by them. I don't think they meant to do it on purpose. I think that they just had a lot of stuff going on in their life right now, and they can't give you the time that you're wanting with them, is what it feels like to me. Okay, so this could be a brother, it could be a sister, it could be another family member, etc. And with this, I'm even feeling like someone is trying to renew their vows. So maybe like if not an air sign, maybe like a water sign could have cut you off emotionally, is what it feels like. Or you did this to them, and that's why the communication is a little weird right now. And it's like this could even be you grieving with someone. So you could be grieving with a water sign and an air sign, and that's why. So I feel like you're waiting, like whereas with the communication, you're waiting for healing, is what it feels like to me from this. Okay, so like I said, someone could have passed and you're like trying to heal with different people in your family right now, is what it feels like to me. Okay, and with this, I do feel like you're trying to leave a job, but you're really stuck as to like whether you want to leave this job. You're not sure. I feel like you've done this. This could be like you working with someone or working in a field for a very, very long time, and it would be that kind of situation where it's heartbreaking to leave. So like I said, with the heartbreaking situation, there is some kind of sadness whether you're leaving a job Two, if not a relationship or a person leaving you, this feels like you leaving a job, you're not sure if you want to do it, etc. I feel like with this job, I feel like you have one foot in and one foot out, so it's kind of like you're really into it one day and it's like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, but it's something that you love doing. So it could be working with kids, it could be doing hair, it could be being a custom designer for something, some kind of job here that you've been in for a long time. Okay, this could even be commercial work. So if you do commercials, you're on TV, it could be that, what you're trying to decide whether you want to leave that, etc. Okay, this could even be you wanting to just leave multiple jobs. So you only have one. This could be you trying to communicate to people, I can't do this anymore, this person isn't good. Okay, I just can't do it. I don't like this person's energy. They're not good. They're lackadaisical. They're kind of like bipolar, maybe even a little bit. And it's causing some issues on the work front. Okay? So you could even, like I said, you're waiting to hear about someone. Either someone was ill and they weren't able to come back to work. Someone isn't working very well at work. So you're waiting to see if this person's going to change. You're waiting to see if they're going to get fired. You're trying to wait and you're waiting things out, but it's uncomfortable. Okay? This could even be you waiting on someone trying to make a decision about whether you should stay at the job or not. Okay? There's a variety of situations that's going on there. In your third position, Aries, you have the Two of Water. You could be dealing with water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. With this, there's a balance going on with this person right now. This could be your marital partner, your boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. This could even be a child that you're getting along very good with. This child could be kind of bringing you out of this a little bit, like they're like healing. Like I said, there is healing needed, so they could be bouncing around and making you feel happy again, is what it feels like after some situation where based on communication. Okay, so whereas something kind of rough kind of came in really quickly for you, and this could even be someone telling lies about you, and that's what's coming out, and that's what's making you uncomfortable. You're like, I didn't do that. I don't know what the hell that person was talking about. I didn't do it. Like I said, this could be at work where somebody's throwing you under bus for something. Okay, and you having to defend yourself very heavily. There could even be crying involved. There's some kind of communication where someone is like really sad. Okay, it could be you, someone is coming towards you with this. They could even be, if this is children that you're dealing with, the child could be coming to you this way. They're a little bit sad, and maybe the child doesn't feel good and they need to go to the doctor. Like they can't come back to school, they can't do this, they can't do that. They're not operating the same way they used to, and that's why they have to be out of school maybe for a while. If this is you, I do feel like you got a partnership that's turning around. So this could be, if not a marriage, this could be, like I said, at work, there's a partnership also turning around. Okay, maybe something had to like go, something had to get to heal, someone had to leave in order for a work environment to get a little bit better. Okay. In your fourth position, you have the Two of Earth here. So this has to do with balance financially, economically, however you feel. So with this, I do feel like there's some kind of situation going on here with you could be, like I said, with this job, you could have left it and going into another one. So I feel very heavily this is work for you. This could even be a person having left work, having to go back to square one because someone left. Okay, if not that, I do feel if this is like family, I do feel like there's balance needed with a person in your family right now. They could be helping you get closure on a situation. It could be a job, a loss of a family member, etc. Okay. If not that, I do feel like there's some kind of money loss going on here. So I feel like someone could have cheated you out of a deal here. And that's why that grief is causing you some kind of backstabbing and grief associated with someone in your life. It could be an earth sign as well that did this to you. Okay, so whereas they promised that they would follow through and they didn't, because the last time I did your reading, I was getting that you were hoping on communication from an earth sign. a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and they weren't communicating with you, okay, in terms of like whether they wanted to work with you or not, and that could be why this is bringing in some kind of sadness. That's why I said you don't know how to approach them, or they don't know how to approach you, really. Maybe they just feel like they don't really know how to, or you don't know how to. But with this, I do feel like there's some kind of element of determination that's causing you to feel a little bit off balance. So if this is a new relationship that you're entering into, the person is a bit intimidating. So whether that be like how much money you make, how much they make, etc., whether or not you're gonna bring, both of you are gonna bring stuff together to the table. So that's what's gonna like help build the relationship into this again. Okay. In your 5th position, you have your instincts. You have the 7 of water here. Okay, excuse me. Allergies. Maybe some of you do have allergies and taking cold and flu and medication, and that's why this may be making you feel this way. All right, a little bit phased out right now. And maybe you think that someone is phased out. So like I said, at work. All right. But with this, I do feel like you're determined, very determined to get someone back, but it's like dreamy. So it's almost like you're wishing what you could have with them. You're wishing you had interacted with them a little bit differently. Maybe they're gone and you kind of like regret not having had spent enough time with someone, is what it feels like to me, okay? Also with this, I do feel like you're planning travels and trips to different places. Okay, so that's why I do feel like you could be leaving a job or a relationship, but you're like hoping to travel, is what it feels like. There's a need to travel away from something, someone, a job, etc. Okay, there's a lot of traveling away going on for people this week, it seems like I'm feeling. All right, but with this, I do feel like you want to travel alone, but you can't. So it's almost like if you have kids, you don't have anybody to watch your kids, you need to take them with you. Okay, so if this is a spouse, they may want to go with you as well, but I feel like there's this element of people really wanting you around to spend time with you. People are in need of your time, is what it feels like. A lot of people. Okay, so a lot of people are in need of your time, is what it feels like. You could be like very popular in front of the TV kind of person, and it's like you don't really have the time for them, and maybe that's why you could be communicating with someone with a job. Like I said, I need to leave, I can't do this other job anymore because I have another one, whereas people are really in need of me and I'm not going to be able to have time for the other job. Okay, so it's kind of like prioritizing what you want over the other, is what it feels like. In your 6th position, you have your accomplishments. You have the 2 of fire here. Okay, so this is your energy in that of Leo and Sagittarius. Okay, you could be dealing with one, but I feel like they're a bit flighty, or they feel like you're flighty. You don't really follow through with what you say you're gonna do. They could be like undercover thinking that about you, and that's what's causing some kind of pain. All right, so it's like someone really showing off and working really good with you, and like they promise that they would do this, that, and the third, and they just like disappear. Okay, but I feel like you're doing this to someone else. So if this is like business, they want you to stick around. So okay, I need to show you something. Okay, you asked me to do this, why aren't you staying? So that's the kind of energy that I feel. You could be doing this to someone is frustrated with you, and it could be a fire sign, a Sag or a Leo. All right, and they're trying to get you, they could be trying to get you to stay. Like I said, with the job, you're trying to leave because you want to spend more time with something else, and they're trying to like really tie you down. Okay, really tie you down. And it's like I feel like they like you where you are, so they like the kind of experience that you have. They don't want to lose you, is what it feels like to me. Okay, but they did a good job at doing so, because it seems like you're going to stay, but I feel like you're gonna stay, but you're gonna take precaution with this stay. Could be like a relationship, it could be, I feel more so a job than anything, whereas okay, I will do the best that I can to stay here. All right, in your 7th position, you have your spiritual self. You have the 4 of water. So you got some emotional detachment going on here. It could be about a job, a relationship, etc. It doesn't matter what it is. But with this, I do feel like you are detached because there's some kind of element of loneliness. This could be you feeling separated from a father figure, a mother figure. If they passed already, you're reminiscing about this person. It could be an aunt, an uncle, etc. They're far away from you. and it's like either you're in need of them or they're in need of you. But I feel more so you want them back. So they could have passed and you're really mourning, like you're wanting them back is what it feels like, okay? And with this, I do feel like you got some trust issues going on with a relationship. It could be with a water sign. Maybe they feel like they can't trust you or vice versa, okay? But I feel more so not even more so, I feel like there's both ways going on here. So you feel like you can't trust them and they feel like they can't trust you is what it feels like because of some kind of communication going on here. It could be family stuff, could be about a person, and it's like whereas with the trust, it's like you don't know if someone's lying or not. So it's like someone telling the truth, not telling the truth, etc. There's like a lot of back and forth going on, confusion, like I said, and that's what's making you feel this way. But if this is going to be your spiritual self, I do feel like there's some kind of regret as to what you did. This could be you having had sold your soul or something like that, where a lot of people are like into that kind of like existential kind of thing, and it's like having had done that, but you regret doing so because maybe you lost a lot is what it feels like. You lost some things or there's some kind of important element into why you regret doing something that you did on a spiritual level, and it's causing you some detachment from the world right now. I feel like you're not as high energy and high up as you feel like you were before, because of something that was going on. It's almost like you being on top of the world, doing really good, but it's like you had some losses, and with loss it kind of like brings down the ego a little bit, kind of like turning the knob down a notch is what, because of some losses that you had, okay? In your 8th position in your mentality, you have the 10 of Earth. Great mentality to have, I always say when I get this card for your mentality, okay? And with this, you're happy. There's like, you want happiness at home, whereas you have a partner that also wants you to get things together, or you want them to get their stuff together, but I feel like they want you to get your stuff together. They want you to come out of your emotional detachment is what it feels like, or your emotional downtime, having spent a lot of time at home. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, father, etc. You do a lot of work at home. You do a lot of stuff by yourself and not really with the family as much, and they're really pulling you to get it, to like be more involved, okay? So this could be you being more involved in your children's lives. This could be you being more involved at work, etc. Or you could even want someone to be more involved around you. So that this is not between you and your partner. This could be you wanting a child to pick up the pace, or you want people at work to pick up the pace, etc. Okay? And with this, I do feel like you wish you can take over a position. So this could be you wanting to take over someone's supervisor position. Maybe you feel like you would do better than they would, is what it feels like. So there's some kind of competition going on here. In your 9th position, you have what's changing. You have the outcasts. All right, so you got some freedom. Your level of freedom is changing. So it's either you feel less free or you feel more free. And with this, I do feel like you feel less free because, like I said, you have people who are really trying to pull you back emotionally, like pull you back. You can't really move. All right, so whereas here, yeah, you definitely can't move. Okay? And with this, I feel like I said, you want to travel, you want to do it. You want to, like, I feel like you're married and you want to do all these things, but it's like you have kids, like, and you're married. Like, you want your, like, if you're, like, in your 30s and your 40s and you settled down already, I feel like you want freedom like a 20-something-year-old, and you already settled down and you're married, you have kids. You want this, but it's changing, it's coming to you, but with patience, it will come. Okay? In your resolution, you have the air element. All right, so the air element in your resolution, it says to me that you have spiritual enlightenment going on here. It's not in your spiritual space, however, but I do feel like whereas you did feel a little bit spiritually blocked because people were pounded on top of you, wanting more from you all the time, asking you tens and thousands of questions, etc., as to how involved you wanted to be in a situation. Okay, not knowing what involvement you had in it, having had little to do with anything at all. All right, so I feel like you did some trolling at some point with something or someone in your life, and like you regret doing that. Maybe you did something and it caused someone to possibly lose their position, it caused someone to have to get moved, etc., and you regret doing so. But I feel like with this, I feel like I just feel very heavily you did something that you regret, but you're trying to retract. You're definitely trying to retract here. All right, so you're trying to go back to another fire sign and say, okay, I didn't mean to do that. Can she come back, or can he come back, etc.? Or this could be someone doing this to you because you feel bad about what you did. You could have lied about something, and that's why the person hasn't been around as often. They may be the pathological liar you think that they are. Okay? All right. All right then. So you got some, so Aries, you got some interesting energies going on here. You got people trying to get you to open up, or you trying to get them to open up, is what it seems like. And it's all about you doing the things you want to do without being pulled back. So it's like, it's almost like you have people kind of like holding you. It's almost like people holding you on both sides, and there's like a push and pull. So that's why I feel like what you're going through this week is like a push and pull with people. Okay? And some healing, and also healing from, I feel like, some type of past issue that you had going on here. And it could have to do with a job and a relationship. Okay? Alright then, Aries, that concludes your reading. If you have any pressing questions about it, please email me or send me an instant message on Facebook. Don't forget to like the videos and the Facebook page. Please also subscribe to the channel if you like to see more of my videos. I appreciate every part of you, Aries. Be blessed. Bye.